What up guys, it's your boy JFab. I'm here with the boys and this is my new 1988 Jeep XJ. It's a Jeep Cherokee. So it's got a rebuilt automatic, rebuilt transfer case. It's got a 3.5-inch lift. Got it for 1,300 bucks. It's looking pretty mint. It overheats right now, so that's one thing that's bad. The paint looks like absolute like doggy doo-doo. It has the engine bay bomb, so I need to replace that at some point. And it has a stock intake, stock exhaust, stock everything. So I'm gonna go through and do basic maintenance like plugs, wires, put electric fans on it, get rid of the mechanical one because there's no shroud. Guy put a brand new clutch on it with no shroud, so good for that guy. Yeah, change the oil. We're gonna run some of my favorite Rotella T4. It's the classic shitbox oil, so that should be mint. Toss some brand new NGK plugs in it. I didn't get plug wires, but the plug wires look okay. I'm gonna put a new cap and rotor in it. They didn't have any in stock, or I would have got some. And then we're going black wheels, should be mint, and this matte green. It's like a dark, like a forest green paint. Oh yeah, and it came with a Grant GT wheel, which is pretty mint. Oh, and the battery terminals are shot, so tossing those on too. So we're gonna try to make this thing a little bit more reliable. We need to do the exhaust on it. We got a bunch of stuff to do. Today is Friday. We only have about 4 hours to work on it. So we're gonna grind. I'll set up time lapses when I can, but we're mostly gonna jam out to music and try to get this shit done. I'll update you guys as we go. So let's make this XJ great again.
Redneck got the motherfucking plug. Damn.
Okay, so just got a brand new cap and rotor installed, and I think that was one of my major issues with this thing running bad, because the old rotor looked like that. If you don't know anything about rotors, there's supposed to be an ear that comes up here. You want to hold that for a second? There's supposed to be an ear that comes up here and makes contact, or is this the part that makes contact? Either way, a very essential part of the rotor's ability to make contact with all these points on the inside here. The main power wire here, that portion of it was completely gone, as you can see. So anyways, there's nothing really making contact here, so it was running off of faith. So now, we got the new one in here, so we're going to try turning it over and see how she sounds. I just disinfected that handle. As you guys know, Renex Jeeps don't run worth a shit when they're cold, and this is at like 100 degrees temperature. So she's running mint, idling high. I also replaced this vacuum line here. It controls the valve in front of the airbox that allows how much air is able to actually make it into the airbox itself. And it was completely disconnected, so it was clogging itself for air and didn't have any ability to open that valve on its own. So, once I toss the E-fans on, this thing should be pretty dialed. I'm excited. Look at the Jeep on this side, it still has the factory flares. And Wyatt took off the flares on this side, and you can see how much better it looks already. It looks amazing. It gives it a lot more ride height. I'm not trimming the fenders right now because I have no idea what tire size I'm going to run in the future. For all I know, I could just leave 31s on it, but this will give me some happy space to clear these tires when I'm flexing. But yeah, it just looks so garbage. Like, it looks cheap with the factory flares on. So I'm excited. I'm questioning why it got repainted, because the paint right here, it's like this beautiful burgundy red, just like my old Laredo Jeep. And it looks like a purple when it's old, but it looked beautiful. So they could have just resprayed like the hood. I bet you the clear coat was gone on the hood and the roof or something. So they just resprayed it this shitty olive green. So we're gonna go with a shitty matte green. Should be mint. It's a semi-gloss, so it's not a complete matte, so it should look a little bit better. But we'll see. Oh my gosh, I've never owned a green vehicle before, and I'm so excited to. Bro! We here in the San Andreas fucking paint shop?
Los Santos Customs.
Los Santos Customs, bro! Yes! Guys, so we got the oil swapped out to Rotello with a new Wix filter. We got the electric fans installed and wired. And the whole Jeep is almost painted green. Wyatt tinted the taillights and the turn signals, so those look fire. Got them, they're a little bit dirty, can't remember touching them, but they're looking solid. So yeah, the green machine. I'll flip the, oh yeah, so we're calling this thing the DD because this car got impounded because the dude was driving drunk and trying to drive like on to the Jersey barrier while going down the highway at like 5 miles an hour, and the stater pulled him over for it and impounded the car, and he went to jail for DUI, obviously. So we thought, might as well just call it the DD, because that's kind of funny. But yeah, anyways, I'll flip it around and show you guys a better close-up of the paint. So Victor's gotten like 3 coats on the back. Open the hatch. Oh, it's like already open, bro. Okay, there we go. All right, so yeah, you got 3 coats on the back, 1 on the roof. I think, did you get 3 coats on this side mostly?
All sides.
All sides, 3 coats on all sides, and he's doing the hood now. The hood looks magnificent. So stoked. This thing looks so much better. No longer a Crackhead Express vehicle.
Yeah. Taillights fuck, bro.
What?
Taillights look so good.
They look good? Let's check them out. Here, don't close it all the way, because you gotta put it in the other side. Oh, bro. Yeah, those look tits. For sure. I love it. It's just the right amount of nightshade. If it would have been darker there, you couldn't tell what one piece was yellow and one was red. It would have been dickered. For the second day of owning the vehicle, I'd say it's come quite a long ways. Running a whole hell of a lot better too. Hell yeah. It's looking good. Alright guys, it is Sunday morning and I am back here. I picked up everything I needed to do the exhaust. So we're gonna take care of that. Also, I'm gonna replace a fuel filter. I'm gonna pull the injectors out and try and clean them. And if that doesn't work, I'm also going to compare them to the injectors I have on my, that I got on my Police Interceptor Crown Vic, because they look like they'll probably bolt right in. The wiring might be a little bit different, but I don't know, we'll see. So anyways, just got to replace the fuel filter right now. So I got to find that. I think it's down by the gas tank. And then top her out for some power steering fluid. See if the washer tank leaks. Also, I got to fix the hose on the bottom of my engine bay bomb because it's leaking, so we'll take care of that. Could just need to be cut a little bit and moved up, so not a big deal. But anyways, I'll update you guys as I'm coming along. I'll definitely take a video of this thing, like just open header, once we chop the cat and muffler out. We're gonna go with a thrashed turbo muffler. Let's see. So I haven't cleaned this thing out at all either, so that's going to be a big part of today, is detailing the interior before I get started on anything else. It's got this like full Hot Boy, like, you know, sound, like subwoofer box. It's insane. It looks straight out of like Too Fast, Too Furious. Can't get. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's whatever. So I got new Duralast big boy fuel filter. And what's by Mopar, bro? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Okay, and then we got some Greedo's interior detailer. Got some of them microfiber rigs. We got power steering fluid. Got one of these tossed into the seat because they smell hella good. And then got some black ice that I can soak all of the carpet and interior in, just because that'll help a bunch. But that's not the exciting part that you guys wanted to see. You wanted to see this part. Look at this Cherry Bomb turbo muffler. They sound so good on 4 liters. So we got that hot boy, but even more hot boy, we got the blast pipe. So I'm gonna go out the passenger side and like 45 it up tight to the body right next to the rear tire. So this should be mint. And then what else did we get? Oh yeah, I got some mirrors. These are just like universal mirrors. They're 15 bucks at AutoZone. They're not gonna look perfect, but I'm missing a mirror over here and the one on this side is broken and won't adjust. So I'm just gonna take them both off, or take this side off and replace them with these cute little guys. It'll be interesting. I've never seen a Cherokee without Cherokee mirrors on it. Well, that's not true. I've seen them like the farm truck mirrors. But yeah, so just chugging along this morning. Yeah, here's my driver's side mirror. Hell yeah, boy. Super mint. Look at that. You guys can see yourself watching the video. Yeah, oh, and I have a diff cover gasket. And I have gear oil. So what am I doing? What do you guys think I'm gonna do? Welding the diff? You're right. So we're gonna be doing that too. So I'm gonna open this thing up and vacuum it out really good, spray it with interior detailer spray and get it to not smell like a crack mobile, and then it'll be something that I can enjoy to drive just a little bit more. It's still missing, so I think I told you guys high tech. No, I think it's High Tech Automotive. Routed the spark plug wire underneath the bolt in between the AC compressor and it'd be the head, and it pinched it in there so bad it's grounding it out. So I have one spark plug wire that's still kind of damaged and it could be causing the problem, but we're leaning towards the fact that it has new plugs, new cap and rotor, and the wires are still good, so it shouldn't cause it to completely mess up. But we'll see. So it could just need that new wire still, and I'll go and try to find one of those later today. But for now, I'm gonna pop those injectors out because they're nasty looking and clean them, or see if I can replace them. If I have to order some, I'm gonna order them on eBay because they're like 50 bucks for a whole set, where like at AutoZone they're like, hey, we give you 50 bucks for one and there's a $4 core charge. So it'd be like 300 bucks. So nah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, and I need to build a hot boy intake. So I need to figure out what vacuum lines I can delete, but I think there's some Renex forms for that. So anyways, I'll update you guys as I'm going along. Thanks, bye-bye. Guys, so I just made a custom throttle body plate for the intake. So now you can run a 3-inch pipe style tubular intake. So, oh yeah, fun fact, Jeep throttle bodies on these Renex Jeeps are like the smallest thing ever. There's my finger for reference, but yeah, they're probably only like 50 mil, like 40 mil, tiny. Anyways, this guy is gonna mount on there. Let me get it aligned right for you. Dun-dun-dun. Trying to get this thing mounted up. I'm looking like an idiot. Imagine I just welded on there upside down. That's probably what I did. Rip. No, we're good. I did do everything right. It's just positioned weird. It doesn't line up with anything on the outside. So anyways, got this. So there's still access to that vent over there and in the back and the throttle body. So we're gonna run a filter straight through the hood because that's hot boy. Might as well do that. So anyways, I'm gonna put some RTV on that and zap it on tight, and then we will continue. I'm gonna put the hood down, mark where I need to chop the hole, chop a nice big hole, and then go get a filter to toss on top. So that'll be mint. All right, so just got the intake all set up right here. So it's looking pretty rad. I just cut along the hood support brace there. This is all bolted down, RTV'd, everything ready to go. So It looks mean. I'm very, very happy with it. So, there we go. Yeah, no, it looks aggressive. Can't wait to have an air filter literally sitting right there. It's gonna be so loud. Snow wheeling in an XJ with a filter out the hood is one of my favorite things in the world, because you're on and off the throttle the whole time and all you can hear is you just hear the intake growling. It makes one of the coolest noises. So I'll show you guys that once we get a filter. I might have to make the hole a little bit bigger, but we'll see. I could just cut it out further on this side and back and over again. Just because it looks like we're gonna clear on these 3 sides, but maybe not this side. So once I get a filter, that'll determine that. But I'm excited. It's gonna be sick. So, freaking mint. I got these little $15 AutoZone mirrors on here too. So they're mint. Doesn't look too bad. And they work. They're mirrors. They don't do a very good job. I'm gonna go get one of those big mirror, like the Bode lenses, so you can see a wider field of view out of these ones, and just stick them on top of there. So that'll make it a lot more manageable. But yeah, this is looking sick. I love it. We're gonna go get a filter right after our food shows up. Wyatt ordered DoorDash, so we're gonna wait for that to show up, probably eat our food, and then go get some parts. Woo! Got the turbo muffler going in right now. Wyatt insisted on welding it up, so that's dialed. Over here we got the intake velocity stack stuff going down. She's looking mint. So I got the breather for the valve cover on, so that's looking cherry. I'm gonna do an EGR delete here in a second, but just so you can see it closed. So sick. I absolutely dig it. I'm excited to see what it sounds like, but gotta wait till Wyatt's done welding the exhaust up. Obviously, we're gonna mount a sick blast pipe on it. I know where it went. I think it's over here. Where'd it go? I lost it. Well, I'll get back on video when I find it. There it is. It's right there under the truck. Just got my EGR delete sorted out. So I pulled the EGR tube out, pulled the ends off of the tube, and made these, pinched them with our press tool right here. Sorry about that. Pinched them with the press tool, and then ran a bead down them, so it should be pretty cherry. So I'm gonna toss some anti-seize on these threads, thread them back in there. Wyatt's building the EGR block off port right now, so that should be pretty mint. So I'm just gonna cover these in anti-seize, thread them back into their home, one on the header, one on the intake. Then we won't be getting any of that nasty exhaust soot back in the intake to ruin our valve train. So should be mint. Okay, EGR delete is installed, so we got that one blocked off, that one blocked off, and Wyatt's almost done with this block off plate. This is just the vacuum line for the brake booster. It looked like it might have been cracked, so I wanted to check it out, but it's not cracked all the way through. It's just minor stuff. So stuff that guy back on there nice and tight. That guy's all good. Might be having some sort of issue right there, but I think we're Gucci. Should be good. Anyways, I need to figure out what this pill canister is over here. I don't know if this is the vacuum actuator that controls the 4-wheel drive. It might be a pill, so once I figure that out, I'll figure out if I'm going to delete that or not. I'm not sure what it's related to, so we'll figure that out and give her a go here in a minute. I got the Hot Boy exhaust installed inside of the slider. Got everything done on the intake. The EGR block-off plate's done. The EGR port block-off's done. So now we're going to start it and see how it sounds with the new exhaust. Should be mint. And do the honors. There we go. Just let it warm up for a bit. What?
Your shit's so close.
What's so close?
Your camera.
Back there, Victor? It's not bad.
Oh, you gotta hit limiter in the tunnel.
There is no limiter. It's kind of... It blows itself up. Yeah. Bro, for 1989, this thing is fucking fast. Well, it is now. No, still though, like, think about it. 1988. Like, this thing fucking rips for, like, how old it is. It automatically downshifts.
Fucking fire ass square bodies right there.
Oh, it tips the motor quite a bit.
Damn, here's a truck.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, there's the den side. Sneak peek of what's coming. Oh, too much, bro. We showed too much. We showed too much. Oh.
I'm sure you guys know what I'm doing here. Burning all the old grease and diff fluid out of the spider gears so that they're as clean as possible, so when I do get in there with the MIG welder and weld all these corner pieces all the way around that spider gear housing, I'll have the best. Oh yeah, so really if you've never welded a diff before, you really want to focus a lot on the four corners where the gears mesh with each other. So here, there, and there. So work that really good. Like, make sure to have a super good welder, super hot. If you don't have a 240 welder at least, you really need to get in there with your blowtorch. So like this, and heat the area that you're about to weld. So heat that, heat that, heat that, heat that. And really, this will ensure that you're burning all of that grease off of there too. But you want to make sure everything's preheated if you don't have a good welder. If you do, sometimes just that helps you get it clean enough that it's a little bit easier to work with anyways. So either way, you should do it. But yeah, I like to get in here, spray some more alcohol. I do this a couple rounds. It's just something good to do. So yeah, and yeah, it's on fire, dude. Victor just got his rear bumper done on his Dodge, or not quite done, but at least attached, so that's good. So I'm just over here trying to get all this grease burnt out so I can weld this diff. So I'll show you guys what it looks like after I weld everything, so you know what yours should look like. Sweet. The big boy welder set up down here. Got everything prepped for welding that diff. Hell yeah, it's gonna be mint, so that's gonna be all dialed. Yeah, so honestly, just gotta get my cables all strung out. Probably gonna set it to like, this thing's auto set, which is annoying because it just gives you the material thickness, but I'll probably turn it up to like 8 or so and turn the wire speed all the way up to like 70 and just let her rip. So yeah, Victor, same progress there. He got his front bumper off, and somebody, it looks like somebody in the past tried to yank this thing out with a chain across that core support. Kind of a bummer, but he'll get it replaced with tube. So, yeah, bro. Oh, a new sticker, who dis? Looking good, Cherry Bomb Life. So we just got the diff cover installed, and I forgot to show you guys what all the welds looked like in it. In a Dana 35, since it's a garbage rear end, and you don't really want to spend the time and money and effort to re-gear it or put a locker in it and anything, you weld the corners of the ring or of the spider gears first, and then you weld all the way around the area to the carrier of the spider gears, and then you weld the outside of the spider gears, to the carrier, and then you weld the inside, and you weld the shafts straight to the spider gears on each side down, and then you flip it and do the same thing on the other side. I like to do the corners of the gears on one side first, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can finish weld everything on one side, go back and finish up the other side, and then that'll assure that if anything happens, it's because you broke an axle shaft, not because you lost a C-clip or something dumb like that. With 31s or 33s, a Dana 35 really isn't that bad of a rear end. I'm sure once you go 33s and bigger, things start to get sketchy. So yeah, with me running 31s, I shouldn't have any issues. Just keep fluid in the diff, and we'll be full party. But if I ever do snap an axle, it's a great excuse to move up to like 1-ton running gear or something like that, and not have to go through all the work to fix a shitty rear end, which is a Dana 35. Okay guys, we had a big push to get this thing done tonight. I'll do a walk around video in the morning, but just so you can kind of expect what you're gonna see. Turned out super good. We just went out and did some donuts, so it's dusty, but yeah, she's looking cherry. I'm stoked. So we'll go watch some Netflix now and chill out from the rapid pace night. But see you guys in the morning. Okay guys, this is what she's looking like. Repainted sliders, repainted wheels, welded diff, cleaned the interior, all of my JFab badges, tinted tail lights, got the blast pipe on the side with the turbo muffler, E-fans wired in, custom intake, JFab logo on the front, deleted all the emission stuff, so she's dialed. It's looking pretty good. We're gonna go out wheeling today, and then definitely gonna get some footage of that for you guys, so that'll be in like a part 2 video. So let's go have some fun today, huh?